every +6, every pick. This is AFL Fantasy Live with the Traders. Now, here are your hosts, Roy, Calvin, and Warnie.
G'day with the Traders, thanks to Sportsbet. I'm Roy, I coach Destroy, and I'm here with Warnie.
Coach of the War Dogs.
And Calvin.
Coach of Calvinator.
Prelim finalist.
Round highest scorer.
Oh.
Yeah, but not in the finals, but I reckon I'll knock you boys off with ease this week.
Hang on, you've had a busy few days.
What?
You are flying the Cripper flag.
Oh, hell yeah,
I can't believe you're actually here. I thought you might have been in that appeals tribunal.
I did everything I could.
I know, you've been
I've
everywhere.
left no card unturned. He will get off. He has to get off.
Stop it.
I keep telling you.
Roy.
So this, people said, hey, you said in 3 stages he'd be off,
Yeah,
and we're up
you're
to
right.
stage 4. It's just an extended version.
I thought there was 2 stages.
No, there was 3. The third stage.
It's not like you to change criteria and change how things
No,
work.
I'm dead set. I'm sticking to the story. So this is still stage 3.
Right.
Okay.
It's just part of the appeal.
If you want to follow this all, afl.com.au, you can be listening to us or watching us and checking that out.
Oh, yeah.
As the Fish is blogging that to make sure everyone's across what's going on.
Fish
So,
is trying to win an award here,
I've
Roy.
got sources in there.
Have you already?
I've got sources on the inside.
Okay.
I am getting updated regularly once this drops.
Are you ahead of the Fish in Intel?
On par.
Yeah, on par.
I
see
would
that.
love for this to finish before 7 o'clock when we get off air.
Yeah.
I'll be that
But
excited.
It's not happening,
the
Roy.
season
I don't
is
think it's
back
going to
on.
happen. We might have to do some sort of live
So you're not
reaction video.
confident?
No, I'm not.
You?
Not confident at all. No, I'm not. Sorry.
Surrounded
It'll
by
make my
idiots.
life easier if he's not out though.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
For my
don't have to
trading, I
trade.
think.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyway, that's
So
it.
you're hoping he's out because
No.
you don't have him.
No.
You're sick.
I'm not sick. I actually have been a little bit sick, but not sick in that way.
Oh, I don't know.
The thing is,
I
though,
wouldn't put it past you.
no one has ever in their life, I don't reckon, ever been given 2 weeks and they go, yeah, we got that wrong. 0.
Hell yeah. Then when you've made a blatant mistake and then there's someone smart enough to present the case and everyone goes, oh, whoops.
What were we thinking?
Yes, and that's what happens
All right.
tonight.
I love your passion.
The passion is good.
The passion is real.
Great, I can
I've
see
got nothing
that.
else to cling to.
If the,
I know.
the QC was next to you, Roy, right now,
Hell
you'd be
yeah.
fine.
Yeah, definitely. And Mr. Smirky Smirk about I don't own him anyway. I've got a little bit of sauce on one of your
is there?
players. It's one I can't go with because it's not a member of Team Awesome
Okay.
Sauce. However, he's got a little
old
squirt.
man from Geelong.
Oh, dog.
Is that where you're going?
You're going there.
Oh.
I didn't say anything.
Who?
We'll see.
Oh, you're talking Mitch Duncan.
No, I didn't say
Oh,
anything.
look, everyone's flagged that he might get rested at some point.
What? Where do they play this
Well,
week?
let's go out on a limb.
Where are they? At
Gold
home?
Coast.
Oh.
Don't. Look, I will not be surprised if he gets rested.
Oh, really? Is that a squirt?
Every
Have you got something on that?
No, I've got nothing.
Why'd you bring it up?
Blind Freddie can see that this might be an option. And some
I hadn't even
genius
thought
out
of it.
there
I
has
hadn't even
gone,
thought of it.
Some genius has gone, hey, Roy, I reckon
It's
this
not
might
even
have...
who I was talking about.
Oh, it is so.
Your team's full of veterans.
You are.
due for a rest.
So it is a prelim final weekend. But what is exciting, lads, is grand final
Yes.
weekend is next week.
Yeah.
And we will be over in Melbourne
yeah.
for our... Is it inaugural?
Oh,
It's the first time we've done it.
It is.
AFL Fantasy Grand Final Weekend.
It is.
This
Yeah.
is going to be very exciting. So we're going to be at the London Tavern Hotel in Richmond.
Yep, great
Far
venue
from
too.
the MCG. In the afternoon. Doors will open at 12 o'clock. It is a free event. So
is.
bring your league mates along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring your grand final opponent along. You can sit there and go head to head. The bar will be open. You can order your food. Get ready. We'll do some stuff from about 1 o'clock in the lead up to the first game starting in the afternoon at 1:45.
Sounds good. Yep.
Join us for that. It'll be fun.
It'll be good fun.
I've
It will
been
be
getting a
a
lot
lot
of
of fun.
people just saying I'm likely to be coming.
Oh, no.
However,
What?
Yeah, they
Why?
reckon if the smug one is in the GF, they won't be able to be
That's
in the
fair
same
enough
room.
too. I can understand. We'll lock him away.
So I'll tell you what, she'll be a sellout
Yep.
if Dog misses.
I love
I
it.
might have my own little roped off area.
That's a
because,
good idea.
That is probably how the War Dog
That's best
rolls
for everyone.
in
It is.
grand final time. So, yeah, get along. There is a Facebook event that you can jump onto
Yeah.
and RSVP.
Might as well come down.
Hit us
Might
up
as
on
well.
Twitter. Will be a lot of fun. And, yeah, bring your mates.
Yeah.
It should be a great afternoon. As I said, it is all free and we'll all
Good
be able
spot
to get
to
there.
have.
It is
a
too.
big fantasy session to
Fantasy.
celebrate the season.
Fantasy, food, fun,
Calvin.
Warn dog. What more do you want?
It's going to be great. So we'll see everyone there. Hopefully our teams will be dropping here very shortly, lads. It's going to be a big evening for the preliminary finals. I think the key for these is well, let's hope that we've got a full squad
Well, that's it,
of
isn't
players for this week. And the forced trades aren't too forced.
Well, that's it. We don't want multiple. At this time of the year, we can handle one.
Yeah.
You may be able to handle two, but you don't want absolute carnage.
I do.
Do you really?
I want to see you guys crash and burn. Now, you'll have to excuse me if I'm holding my phone every now and then. It's running hot.
Yeah, right.
There's
With
all sorts of
sauces?
things. Oh, there's sauce.
How's
there's
Cripper
news.
going?
Yeah, he's all right at the moment. Yep, going well. Looks confident.
No, nice.
All right. I do have a couple of teams in. Do we want
Oh,
to just
yeah,
go
yeah, yeah.
a league, not in order?
Oh, no, you'll go in order.
Hey,
Will we?
oh,
We
really?
can go in order.
You want to go in
I
order?
like it hot
Friday
off the
night's
press.
there for you to have a look
Friday
at.
night is there now. Let's get into it then. St Kilda and Brisbane, 7:50 p.m. is the start of that. Do you guys need to make any moves based on this game?
I would like to bring in Jack Steele.
Oh, right.
So, yes, I will be
Well, Jack
acting.
Steele's there because he is not an out. Their outs are Dan Hanbury's been managed. That little injury hasn't got up from.
First old man down.
Can't believe that.
Josh Battle is out injured and Zach Jones omitted. Coming in, Leonard and Wanganeen Miller are. For the Lions, they have brought in Jack Payne and Jackson Pryor. Mitch Robbo has been managed. He can work on his fantasy team. I'm not sure how many prelim finals he's in with his
I'm
squad.
tipping not many.
Marcus Adams out injured and Callum Archie is injured as well. So let's look at the Saturday afternoon. Our first Saturday afternoon game is the Bulldogs and the Giants. Coming in, Lockie Hunter.
Squirt!
Oh my God, right, play on. Lockie Hunter, Ryan Gardner, Steph Martin is in. Oh, that's not ideal.
I
Steph
don't
Martin.
care. I've seen enough.
Keith omitted, Bruce managed, Garcia omitted, and Tony McLean medi sub. For GWS though, don't bring me down. Braden Bruce is out.
Yes!
Injured. Oh my God.
I love it.
Oh, it's great.
That's handy, actually.
Well, he was going anyway. Now there is no little bit of, oh, he's a warm body, he's playing. No, that's great. Peatling's out injured, and Toby Green is out.
I just
as
got
well.
another squirt.
Jake Steen is in, and he kicked a couple of goals last week. Could be up forward. What have you got, Roy?
Mitch.
Mitch what?
Oh, hang on, mate.
Sorry,
Go into that
but
next.
the squirt.
It's no square.
Well, I
the
had
teams
that-
are there.
All right.
Idiot.
All right. Let's skip to that just because Roy wants
Sorry.
to suffer in Calvin.
Someone's a new member. Well done. They were
Oh,
spot
that's not,
on.
you don't get membership at
They
that.
do. They were spot
I
on.
predicted that on the
They
podcast
were
on
spot
Monday.
on.
They're not spot on.
Okay,
Well
we'll
done.
get to that in a moment. Mitch Duncan's out for anyone playing along at home. That ruins the surprise and the suspense of this fantastic
People
show.
already knew. I'd already flagged it.
I flagged it Monday.
Grumpy.
Adelaide Crows and North Melbourne, 2:10 p.m. at Adelaide Oval. Thilthorpe is in with Duday, and Davis is out, who was a medi-sub. Elliot Himmelberg omitted, Will Hamill injured. And for North Melbourne,
It's okay, mate.
Ben Cunnington, Ben Mackay, and Jackson Archer come in. So great for Ben Cunnington. That's such an awesome
Oh, that
story.
is an awesome story.
Their
right?
omissions, though, Hugh Greenwood omitted.
What? That's
Jason
rude.
Horne-Francis, Josh Walker. They've all been omitted. Flynn Perez, who was a medi-sub. Oh, let's look at Gold Coast and Geelong. Sam Day, Sam Flanders come in for the Suns. Sharps omitted. Holman injured. And Rory Atkins, who was a medi-subs out. Whoa! Mitch Duncan managed.
So obvious. You don't get
What do
Team
you mean
Awesome Sauce
obvious?
for it.
Jeez, you're grumpy.
I think they
I'm
should
not
get
grumpy.
it. I think he should get it.
I'm more grumpy at the fact that he thinks this is a big deal.
I think it's.
It
I
was-
think it's great. There's a new member.
Isaac Smith has been managed as well as Mark O'Connor. Luke Dalhouse has been omitted, and John Segler, who was at Medisub last week, is also out. So they're ins. Dangerfield's back after being a laid out. Blix is back after being a laid out, and Selwood and Gary Rowan also back in there. You
Move
right,
on.
Cow?
No, I'm fine. Move on.
Jeez,
I just
you are
can't
grumpy.
believe that you get
What?
Team Awesome Sauce based off that. It's like me going, I reckon Bruce might get injured or
He
suspended
told
this
me
week.
Mitch Duncan was out.
I could have told you that.
Melbourne,
You could have told me that.
Too right, I
Why
could've.
wasn't he in your trade plans?
Oh, he was.
round 22, guys. This is what happens. These two turn into
I told you I'd be the
grumpy
top
old men.
scorer this week.
We're looking good.
Melbourne and Carlton. Melbourne, no changes there. For Carlton, though,
Yes.
Liam Stocker and Mark Pitnet are back in. Omissions, Paddy Dow.
What?
Tom DeConning, Roy.
Interesting.
saw
Will
that coming.
Setterfield.
Setterfield.
omitted as well.
Oh, didn't think that would happen.
Oh. Cripps isn't out. Do they know something we don't
Yes.
know yet? Oh, they just haven't done it. They should have already.
This is good. This is good.
The Derby over in WA. Sam Switkowski, he is in for Freo. Liam Henry, the Medi-subs, out as well as Tabernar, who is injured. West Coast have brought in Hugh Dixon, Jackson Nelson and Josh Rotham. Josh Kennedy managed the calling it, but he's retired, basically.
Correct.
So he was very good.
Oh, it was so awesome, wasn't it?
Very good.
Tim Kelly's out for that 1 week suspension. Bailey Williams has been omitted, and Willie Rioli is out with a personal reason. Let's look at Sunday. Remember, these are squads, and we will get those confirmed at 5 p.m. on afl.com.au and the AFL Live app. Richmond, Soldo, Mansell, Edwards come into the squad. Hawthorn, Sam Butler's been omitted. Into their squad comes Howe, Saunders, Callow and Shields. The next one will be Sydney and Collingwood.
Okay.
Braden Campbell, James Bell, Peter Adams, Will Gould into the squad. Will Gould.
Will.
No way. We
Don't do it.
We don't want to see him yet.
It won't happen.
He's a
Ben,
ghost.
It's good to know he's still around.
Will Ghost.
Ben Ronk, the Medi-sub, is out there. For the Pies, apparently a bit of flu going through there. But Callum Brown, Oliver Henry, and Will Kelly, who's cheap as well if you needed that downgrade with the forward defender status, into the squad. So it is a squad. And the final game of the round is the Bombers and Port Adelaide.
Blockbuster alert.
Bombers will get up, yeah.
No one's watching it.
Harry Jones has been omitted. Will Snelling's out injured. Coming into the squad, Shield, Caldwell, Brian Cutler, Zach Reid. For Port Adelaide, Bryn Teakle's been omitted.
Oh, wow. 8 tackles.
What more can a man do out there?
That's unheard of.
Robbie Gray has been managed. We could see a debutant there in Ollie Lord, Mead, Georgiades, Marshall and Dumont are the ins to that squad. So, we've come out unscathed here, Roy. We haven't even got Cripps named out.
No, Cripper's going to be fine.
So we've
Preussie's
lost
out.
Bruce.
What a
which
blessing
is
that
a
is.
blessing,
Yeah.
a massive blessing.
100% it is.
But those...
Never, ever again
Ever.
do we even at rookie price.
You cannot contemplate it.
Okay, he didn't get to his record. That's the sad thing of consecutive games played.
He couldn't do it.
Oh my
get
God.
there.
5.
He couldn't get to 5.
He was
So he only
gunning
got
for
3.
it, and he got 3.
3.
Go you. Good try.
I wonder what his injury is.
Oh my
It's
God.
not
It's an injury, is it?
It's not an injury.
Well, that's what they said, didn't
Oh,
Would have hit his head in the shower or something.
oh my
Well,
goodness.
it might explain something
so
when he hit his head.
He's just the gift that keeps
Isn't
on
it?
giving.
Yeah, and we always said it was a roller coaster. And what a ride, Roy. What a ride.
It's
they?
just
Shoulder. So that was that shoulder that he hurt at the end of the game.
Okay.
Oh.
I hurt my shoulder this week.
Did you?
I had a bowl of a cricket ball, and I thought I was about 20
You
again.
got to wait till summer,
And
mate.
and I went a bit hard, and I got it through the kid at school.
Of course you did, dog.
You have always been a good
Yeah,
little
he's a
bowler.
great little
Yeah.
bowler, hasn't he?
Yeah, it's a bit sore.
Yeah.
So had trouble sleeping because of it last night.
Oh, wow,
How many
that bad.
overs? What sort of spell did you put together?
How many
Just-
balls?
Just a bit of medium pace.
Yeah.
How many?
One. That was all I could do. That's all I got through.
God,
It
we're
wasn't
old.
good.
Unbelievable
No, it was
scenes.
old man thing, and I'm...
So what, you had one ball and just went, that'll do me, kid.
Yeah, no, it was.
Uncle
Hit the
Warren,
pain.
Put a fork in the
I
big
hit
dog.
the pain, and then last
Uncle Warren
There you
dog,
go.
done.
I started
But-
looking up workers' compensation forms to see
So-
if that would count.
So, fair call.
okay.
So, no ruckman came in. So, it's
It's old mate.
Oh, Flinny.
Flint? No, it's not.
It's
Finney's
Briggsy.
out for
Oh,
the
Briggs,
season
sorry,
too.
Briggs.
So, Briggs,
Yeah, Briggs.
solo. God.
So he's
Get him in.
solo, but he's solo up against English and Steph, and that's a concern. Steph coming into that.
So Steph's full on in to the team.
He is full
blown.
on in, yeah.
That's a
That
worry.
hurts.
It does.
If you were getting, it's not a trade out.
No,
of
no, it's
Marshall,
not.
But if you were getting Marshall,
English.
English. If you were getting English this week,
Yeah.
that's a flag. You could you not? I couldn't do it at all.
No way. It's got a lot about. Remember when we watched him with Sweet?
Yeah.
Absolute disaster. Big speaker no with Sweetie. So it's going to be even worse with Steph.
It will be.
You go nowhere near it. The thing is, will Steph hold his spot? Are they really going to go 2 rucks against?
Just
Briggs?
Briggsy. You wouldn't think so.
I reckon that
So
might
now
change.
now that they've named Bruce out, they
Yeah.
don't have their 2. I reckon Steph's a laid out.
Steph could potentially be laid out. You would think, but
Yeah.
Oh, could
it's
they
very
be playing
interesting.
some silly buggers?
Well,
well,
I
it
think
could
they've
happen.
just named their second ruck because they've had 2 and now he's out. So I
Possibly.
reckon they might make the adjustment. Roy Himmelberg, Harry variety, named on the forward flank. Not a concern.
He always
it?
is though.
Yeah, no, it's not a concern. But the fact that, who's out of their forwards? Taranto obviously isn't going to be in there.
Yep.
It's a slight worry because he is a threat in front of goal, but he has to be in defence. Now, if he is, that's a 120 incoming.
Minimum.
Yeah.
Great vice-captain option.
Yeah, except the timing of the game isn't great for the big dogs that people would like to come home
so if you
with.
were to vice-captain him, we'll talk captains later, but if you were to vice-captain him, that's the 145 game, and then you've got 25 minutes to have a look at it before you would go into Laird.
I mean, he'll probably have 4 plus 6s by then.
Too right,
and he'd
he
be
would.
looking good, but
You just couldn't
do it.
How you feeling though, Cal? Mitch Duncan.
Look,
What's your plan?
It's his first injury for about a
I
month.
know.
haven't
He
had-
keeps telling me about my first injury that I copped. This is honest.
So,
You have been kissed this year.
I am
And your team's
100%.
gone backwards.
No, it's coming at yours, mate.
It is.
My Nick Dacos goes for me 100%.
Right.
I am really worried about him playing against Sydney in Sydney with a potential tag from Ryan Clark.
Right.
Okay, if that happens, that could be a dirty 50.
yeah, at
All right?
100% could.
So anyway, it's time for him to go. So I can move him up to any midfielder I can get to.
Yeah.
I've got a little bit in the bank.
Yeah.
And then I need to do something with Mitch Duncan. So I don't want to say it.
You're not.
No, I don't think
This is filthy.
Jaden Stevenson.
An option. He's fine as an option.
He's 112, 114 in his last
It's
two.
outstanding.
30
There
plus
is-
touches in both games.
You just can't
Playing
do
a
it.
defensive
Well,
role.
I
The thing
like
is,
it.
though-
I've owned him before.
I don't think I need that much money.
Oh, don't you?
So that's the
Right.
thing. So I will go.
You've already got Zorko, don't you?
I've already got Zorko. So I will go Mitch Duncan down to somebody. I'm not really sure of price yet. Even though
Steve-O.
Himmelberg, I can make about 40K, and then put that on top of Nick Dacos, and hopefully that can get me to like a Jack Steele or something.
Where was
like that.
Jaden named?
Jaden's?
Not that this matters and it makes you do stupid things, but I still, out of habit, check it and use it whichever way I want to.
So the role is there though. Like he is being playing.
Well, it is there, but it got highly criticised in the media through the week. So depending on how reactionary they are to that,
Okay, so he's named on a half forward flank.
and I reckon that's where he'll play.
Yeah, he could be there.
I don't know.
If you bring him in, just be prepared that you're getting Jaden Stevenson.
It's a Bruce.
It's a Bruce move.
Yeah.
Too right it is.
He's all right. I like it.
He will
An
go.
option.
Yeah.
The thing is,
If he's back there, it's fine.
it's a Bruce move will go down as one of the sayings in fantasy history now.
No, I don't think we can't let it happen. I think his name needs to be erased. I'm actually going
I'm
to
a fan
push
of
for
this.
next year,
Yeah.
remove him from the competition.
Do you know
Despite
what I would
being on
do?
the list, he may not even be on the list next year,
Yeah.
honestly.
I would make, if I was in charge of the game, I would put him at the most tempting price. I would break all pricing rules just to put him at the most
Every
tempting
man has a price.
tag. Yeah. And I still would not do it.
Do you know what I'm going to push for? You've got your favourite button.
Yeah.
I reckon you need a never again list button. And
Oh.
it does remove them from your game.
And you never see them.
Gets
You
him
never
out of
tempt
the whole
ever.
system.
The worst thing about it is next year he'll be priced at an average of 86.
Oh, that's too much.
And he doesn't get discounted because he just hit his 10 games.
In spurts of
Come on.
twos
He
and
went
ones. And
2, 4, 1, 3. Juicy.
Well done.
Juicy. So you blokes both have juice.
it's just not built for the top level.
Dog, what are you going to do with him? How are you going to get rid of him?
So I've got my
Oh,
standard
easy.
2 a week that I cop every week.
Yep.
Until it's down to 1 within about half an hour.
Oh, Roy.
I'll get Zorko.
Yep.
He'll be my downgrade. He's actually cheaper than Bruce.
Yes.
That's ridiculous.
It's a good downgrade.
He's cheaper than Jaden Stevenson.
Yeah. And then it'll be Cripper to Clary Oliver. It's not bad.
Oh, back to Clary.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of my boys. He deserves to come on
He
my
does.
end of
He
season
does.
trip.
You're listening to the official AFL Fantasy Podcast. This is the Gold Diggers, thanks to Sportsbet. Conditions apply. Gamble responsibly. 1-800-858-858.
It is back to me, boys, for our Bet With Mates group. Thanks to Sportsbet. You can go to sportsbet.com.au. That's where you can start your group, bet together, and share the moment. I'm going to start off with a Friday night same game multi.
Why not,
What do you got,
dog?
Dog? What do you got?
I'm going to cash in, Cal, on your defenders using the scale of hardness against the Saints. So it is Lions and Saints. Now, I'm looking at Starcevic for 15 or more disposals, then Kitty Coleman, 20 or more disposals, and Daniel Rich for 25 or more. And he's $1.95 in that, so that's all adding up to $3.75. So they're my moves there. Defenders do well against the Saints, so that's what I'm going for.
I'm with you. The scale ticks that off. The only concern is the Mitch Owens tag.
Yeah.
So he went to Stewart last week. We saw that happen. I reckon he goes to Daniel Rich. I would look at that 25 or more, and you could drop it to 20 maybe and still get some good coin there.
Then I drop the value.
I'm just saying, dog, that's something you could look at.
I think it's a smart idea, dog.
Anyway, let's go.
Coming from Calvin.
Okay, go with your gut, dog.
All right, let's go with my Saturday goal kickers. I'm hoping Daniel Lloyd kicks a goal in the absence of Toby Green.
Yeah, good goal.
Zeeble, Ainsworth, Corey Durden, and Jake Waterman are my guys there. It's a big one. Adds up to $11.37. But that's what anytime goal scorers can do.
And you love your goal kickers. Now, as you said, Toby Green out. I reckon that makes Daniel Lloyd very juicy. And with JJK retiring, our boy, Jakey Waterman, bang, goals. All every day of the week.
Too right.
And he's in fantasy draft finals this weekend. He's got himself. So I reckon you'll want a snag or two.
Slam it.
Love it.
Big Jakey.
You can find Bet with Mates in the Sportsbet app. Start your group bet together and share the moment. Conditions apply. For more details, see sportsbet.com.au. And as always, gamble responsibly.
Okay, the thing is here, Calvin, I can't win.
Calvin's captain.
I can't win. Right? When I'm going bad, I get kicked. When I'm going good, I'm like, oh, you might as well be redundant. Can't win.
Like, that's what we do.
I get that.
That's how it works.
As long as none of us are ever happy, we're all happy. That's about how to sum it up.
All right, let's have a look at it here because what we're looking at is your vice captain options rolling in.
Right.
Okay, so basically on Friday night, a great vice captain is Jack Steele.
Right.
Okay, against Brisbane, he dropped under 100 last time in his last 8 games. That was Geelong in Geelong. You've got to forgive that. Okay?
I don't forgive it. It cost me a final spot.
Well, you've got to forgive him, Captains Roy. He had 138 against the Lions last year. All right, so that is always a great option. Great vice captain. You got 25 minutes to look at Whitfield or Himmelberg, and you can't do that. You can't do it. So therefore, your vice captain this week, and mine is going here, will be on Rory Laird. That is the second game, the 2-10 game on the Saturday. The fact that he plays North Melbourne, people who traded him in chased this matchup.
Yeah.
North Melbourne last week. Now, Sydney only had 3 tons against them, but the week before, Essendon had 5 scores over 110.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking at. Laird at home, he's going for his 10th score over 120.
It's ridiculous. And that's why he's in the snout conversation. You break records like that and you get in the conversation.
Yep.
It's amazing. If he finishes the year big, I tell you what, he's getting close.
Last game against North Melbourne, 140. And I think that's where we're looking.
140-ish?
I think he's a 140 this
like
week.
it.
Now, if that doesn't work out for you, you've got some roll-back options for captains. And the best one is Callum Mills. Once again, you traded him in chasing this game. Callum Mills against, redundant, Cal.
I'll tell you what, I haven't forgiven him either, sitting out on the wing doing you know what.
But against Collingwood last week, Oliver 139, Petrarca 120, Collingwood giving up what you expect them to give up, as they have since the bye rounds.
Those guys were hunting the ball, though. Mills was not hunting anything.
Okay, 89 last week. But before that, 116, 118, 132, 148.
Okay.
They're the numbers that we want.
Okay.
If it's another dirty 89, geez, I will walk the plank myself. But it will not happen.
Okay.
Parker's a great option in that game as well. Your boy Brayshaw, dog, on Saturday night is a great option. I'm expecting...
I've just got too many options.
Yeah. I'm expecting a little
this
tag.
is why no one's coming to the party, in case...
He only had 95 on West Coast earlier the year, though, dog.
Okay.
Only 95, and that's when...
I'll just cross him off the list, maybe just 10 options to come.
And another good one, dog. You want to hear this one? Sam Doherty.
Oh, yeah. I like this.
Against Melbourne. Melbourne, number 1 easiest team for defenders to
Been
score
banging
against.
on about this one, Calvin,
Mate,
for a few weeks now.
The number 1 in most uncontested marks. They give it up. Doc, one of his favourite teams, for this reason. So his last scores against them, 106, 110, 152.
Yeah.
It could be nasty.
Cripper will be looking for him all the time.
It will be nasty.
He's going to be sick.
And his form's elite as well. And it's the Doc.
It's the Doc, all right.
Do you want to know how well Oliver's going to go, Doc? Because you're going to bring him in this
well,
week?
that's right. He's one of my many options.
Oh, I'd be fearful of that.
Carlton, Roy.
Easy.
the number 3 hardest team to score against this year. But that's when they had...
No Cripper, no Matt Kennedy.
No Hewitt. That's when they had a midfield, right?
No Paddy Dow.
Hopefully.
Oh, actually, that makes it up.
Or did he hold?
No, he's omitted.
He's gone. Anyway,
I didn't hear that.
He'll be back in once Cripper's named out.
His last 3 scores, 110, 125, 116 against the Blues. Right. So you would not think he's going to have any trouble at all.
He will not have any trouble at all.
So there you go, Doc. That is called Calvin's redundant captains. We want to have a talk about a couple of taggers.
Right.
I reckon
the tag flags are good.
Yeah, Neil gets one on Friday night by Windhager.
Yep.
I think that is a guarantee. If you can offload Neil this week, that's a play.
That's why I did it last week, because of this incoming
exactly.
tag.
Bringing Brayshaw in this week, he cops attention next week. So there's a little flag on that one.
Yep.
Other tags to keep an eye on, as I said earlier, I reckon your mate, Clark, goes to Dacos. And the other one is the Perryman-Smith combination, however that's going to look. Now that old mate, the Frenchman from the Netherlands, Irishman, De Boer, now that he's gone, Perryman and Ash...
How much has he been doing over the last few weeks, Gav?
He hasn't done any, mate. He hasn't even been playing. Libba cops the tag from them. So, But there's no way we're even looking at a VC from any Bulldog at the moment.
No way.
But I reckon it is the kind of game where a Bailey Smith, if he doesn't get attention, and even Duncan, they could get off the hook here at Marvel against the Giants, who are giving up a few points.
You got Mitch Duncan on the mind, don't you? Did you mean Dunkley?
Did I say Duncan? Did I say Duncan?
He's living rent-free in your head, mate.
Is he going to be your non-playing player? Like you're going to put him on
the
C on him?
He could be my captain, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Anyway, that's Calvin's captains.
What do you keep talking about him?
What is Calvin's captains going to do this week?
I will be the most boring stock standard move that everyone will do. It'll be a vice captain on Laird into your captain on Mills.
Roy, you're the same?
I think I am, but I really am quite disappointed in Mills after watching it closely last week.
Agreed.
Would you like to chase the Jack Steele first? And then,
potentially.
I think the safety play is Laird as your captain.
Of course it is.
That's your safety coming play. Home with safe, so go someone prior.
So you go someone prior, which it could be Steele.
Now, this sounds stupid, but like you said, I wanted, and if I had more time to look at it, like a 10-minute break between games or something, I wanted to look at the Berg in case he's in defence in that matchup. I think him and Whitfield, if they're both back there, they could both take 15 marks. That's how stupid it gets.
And that's off the back of what Freo did to the Bulldogs last week, where Luke Ryan 151, 15 marks. Jordan Clark 111, 10 marks. Chapman 95, 11 marks.
This is what I'm talking about.
Exactly. They both had big days if they're in defence. You just don't have enough time to see it.
You don't. So, I don't know, Dog. Maybe Jack Steele v. I'm not 100% sure.
Because the other part of a Laird, it could be a boring score.
Yeah, no, but you
like
go...
Just 130 and that's that we've become complacent with.
No, I'll be taking that. But that 115 to 20, I know he's going above that. But if he gets that 115 to 120... But
the problem with this is, if you go Jack Steele Friday night and he scores a 120, you go, I'll lock that in. No worries, I'll take that. Laird beats that.
He's usually captain boring score.
Yeah.
Jack Steele.
So I just think that...
Except that 150 you had it. WA.
That was nice.
That was very good. If he does that, the day's all done and dusted. But I'm just saying, led with a VC and you go, wow, 140. Well, sit back and relax.
What is your line?
Oh, for who?
Well, so for lead. What is your line for lead? Because you've got Mills to come.
Oh,
and for me, like
it's a 120. It's got to be 120. But for Steele, you could bump it up a bit.
Okay.
Knowing that you've got lead to come.
Because you think that could be 120 to 140.
100%.
But how much is the risk of that injury? How much does that come in? Like of how, like the bad side of that. How much does that come into your thinking?
Not a lot. I'm not here to predict injuries, dog. Yeah. I'm here to predict
You're
scores.
Here to play Horde and Force.
That's it. Horde and Force. Straight down.
Final losing spot if you
Look, I reckon you go down swinging.
You do.
You don't go down tiptoeing around treading on
I'll take a 115 and play it safe. Boring. No.
Where do you have my mate Oliver in the rankings then?
Oliver ranks Warren at number 6.
That's all right.
Who's good. Ahead of that I've got then?
Brayshaw at number 4. Brayshaw's got West Coast. Like, it's just a great matchup for him. Think about, so Laird last week went 127. Took went 122 the week before that. And before that, that was your Jack Steele 154 and your Brad Crouch 147. So there's big scores to be had against West Coast.
There is.
That's why he's coming number 4, dog. So what are you going to do, Warren?
Well, that's it. It'll be Laird, but
I'm not concerned about Mills
Laird
at all.
Well, I don't have Mills.
Oh, sorry. Oh my God, I thought it was round 22.
Round 23 though, Cow. You're going to give us something special at the party for your captains?
Like what?
The real ones? If they come along.
Oh, yeah.
On that Saturday afternoon.
You won't get these made up ones. You'll get real captains.
Can you bring your guitar and sing to everyone
No,
again?
I'm not going to do that, no.
Why not?
Because
Everyone likes when you sing.
it's a free event. Come on.
Oh, good point.
You're worth more than that.
all right.
Friday night, though, so next week will be a bit of action with the Brisbane Lions and Melbourne.
Right.
So your VC, Neil, maybe
Oliver, definitely.
But you might have both your VC and C to come after that.
Yes.
As we're watching those games on that Saturday afternoon.
That's exciting.
GWS and Freo.
That room is going to be pumping.
Oh, I'm going to get heckled.
Oh, you will.
Oh, poor old cow. I'm going to come in your roped off area.
Well, enjoy.
I want to play again.
I reckon I would have had a pretty good crack at the record.
They were greatness.
She goes to the milk bar and comes out with 5 Heralds and I'm on the front.
It has been a privilege and a pleasure to spend time with the Centurions, getting to hear their stories in their words.
It was just a buzz of a place to be.
Oh, it's exciting.
You take that conversion rate any day of the week.
Subscribe to the Centurions wherever you get your podcasts and keep clicking back to afl.com.au and the AFL Live app for another instalment with the game's greatest goal kickers.
Nothing wrong with a bit of me time.
There will be plenty of me time coming up. Someone's asking you plenty of questions coming through. So thanks to everyone who's jumping on the Facebook chat where we are live, as well as afl.com.au and the AFL Live app. That background noise, a fair bit of rain here.
There is. And
Buckets.
I just thought of something to be concerned about.
Oh. Okay.
As an owner and as someone that was just taking on board what we were saying about potential huge scores in the back line for the GWS.
Yep.
Now, Bruce out is not wonderful news for Himmelberg.
Oh, he pinches.
Because when they've been playing one ruck,
Yes.
he's been back up ruck, and when he's back up ruck, they rest him
Forward.
in the forward
Okay.
line. That's a little flag.
Good, well done, Roy.
Yeah.
That's elite
Flagging.
flagging. Yeah.
Luke's asking, what trades the Traders team making this week? Got a prelim match up in my league. I'll have a look at that probably Friday afternoon.
Yep. Couple in.
Couple in, couple out. I'll tweet it out so people know, because that Traders team isn't doing that badly and might knock out a few people in their leagues.
Oh.
Love it. It's good.
Yep.
We might get a few premierships.
It's like a little wrecking ball, isn't it?
Yeah.
Comes soon.
That's
Smashes
a good
your
idea
dreams.
at the time putting it in, and then if it ends up in a GF,
Yep.
not cool for your league.
And g'day here, Andrew Murray is tuning in from the UK.
There you, mate. There you go.
All right, Bales has
Worldwide.
got this one, Mr. Worldwide. I'm going Cripps to Oliver. Tick.
Tick.
And want to move on Neil as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Why
I
are
don't
we
mind
ticking that?
I'm ticking what?
Cripps to Oliver.
Are you aware
Roy.
what is going on at the moment?
Stop.
What is going on?
You
Where
need
is it?
to
Is
stop.
it? What's Fish's latest news?
The
Joey.
joke. The joke needs to end.
My sources have dried up from in the room. They mustn't have Wi-Fi. They've cut it off.
Right. So now, if he does that move, Neil as well, but only have 790k. These are players. Parrish. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Simpkin.
No.
Could be against Crows.
He's coming off a good one.
Trelaw.
Nah,
Trust.
he was bad last week.
Roy.
Very interesting.
He's had a good couple of games.
If in the unlikely event, Roy, that Cripps is out,
I don't know.
does that help him?
I don't. I guess it does a little bit. He'll have more responsibility, but it's also nice when the big bulls handballing it out to you on the outside.
Chera's been really good. So 92, 110 and 100.
Yeah.
He's
Really good.
Oh, that's fine for his price.
Okay.
He is pretty cheap.
Yeah, so he's really enjoyed Hewitt not being there as well. But I'm with you.
Expect him to be around that 100 mark, regardless of if Cripper plays or doesn't play.
Thing is, though, his CBAs last week and the week before were up around the 70% mark.
Yeah.
How are you
Massive.
feeling about Aaron Hall, who was another option there?
Okay.
Look, well, you know your man from the Crows. Who'd you trade out last week? He's been playing.
Keysy.
Is
Yep.
Keys been playing that
Going somewhere.
multiple weeks? Like, is he any chance to do a forward tag again?
I don't know if he really forward tagged last week, though, did he?
Didn't he?
Was he just playing forward?
Well, I wasn't watching
They flicked him
that
into the
closely,
midfield
but I
later.
saw him in the last quarter in the midfield. People were tweeting me saying he was in the forward line, whether it was a defensive role or not. You would assume it was, considering his score. But if they did decide to do that again, that's who it would go to, wouldn't it? Hull?
100% it would.
So is that Shadow so far away from jumping at that you just don't worry? Because if Hall's not going to get tagged, he's an outstanding option in that game.
Too right it is. And the scale says Adelaide give up equal most points to the Bulldogs in the last 5 weeks.
God, it's massive.
So there's points there. However, that little flag tag of Keys, that is a concern.
Flag tag. Tag flag.
Doesn't matter how you say it. Rhymes. It's pretty cool.
Tag flag.
Chris then
You
adds
don't
to
want to
this.
be a tag.
Can I hold Keys for another week because of their matchup?
No.
This week against the Red. You can't.
It's not the matchup you're holding him for. It's the role.
Yep.
He's got to go.
No, he
In
has
that
not.
role, he still scores a 50.
Yeah, he goes no matter
I
what.
would like to get rid of him if I had him.
Tom wants to know McDonald and Cripps. And that disappeared. Sorry, mate. If you put that in there again, I'll try to get to it. This is what happens with...
Don't worry. It's a relevant trade.
Is Brad Crouch a VC option? Form, Cow.
Oh, mate. Number
Friday
one
night footy.
Number one on form, 133 in his last 3. That's elite. He's got some big scores. Yes, he is a vice-captain option.
100% he is.
Because back in the day, we never had a vice-captain option. No. Now we do. You can have a roll at it with someone like that. Yes, it is a vice-captain option.
Zorko or Aaron Hall? So Zorko's a bit cheaper. I think 90-ish K, am I right?
It's got to be Zorko.
Money's obviously not an issue for them. Well, it does have to be Zorko.
It's got to be Zorko.
Hall has the ceiling out of those two.
Yep.
It's what? Are we really jumping at that Keys potential attention?
No, I'm not.
So it's Hall then.
Okay.
Isn't it?
I think, well, yeah. I'm Zorko on that one.
Are you?
Yeah, I am.
Can you tell me why?
Because I think that, no, I'm with you now. Hall, because there's only 2 weeks to go.
Yeah.
2 weeks to go. Are we jumping at Shadows?
That's
yes.
what we said about Juicy Prusy.
We did.
And it's not like Zork is a durability machine anyway.
And Hall goes in, he goes Adelaide, and then he's got the Suns. That last game could be a monster of a game.
Revenge game.
Huge.
Again.
Revenge again.
We love a revenge game.
We do.
Okay. Adam wants to know if Cripps gets off.
Yes. Talk
Is
to
it
me.
him or Neil out? Who scores more? If Cripps plays, is it Cripps or is it Neil?
Cripps.
Because Neil's going to get the tag
Cripps
flag.
is going to be
flag
huge
tag,
off the
as
back
Calvin
of this
says.
performance this week. Huge.
Stop, Roy.
All
We'll
right.
see.
You need to stop.
I'm not
You've
sure
got
if
a problem.
Tom is really there. He's from Lithuania. Also, following the Cripps appeal, I agree with Roy.
Yes.
The decision should be overturned. All right.
Good on you, mate.
Just on Aaron Hall here, dog. Last year against the Crows, 127-123.
All the more reason to tag him.
There you go.
Amanda.
That's elite.
Amanda, Butters. Could you get him?
He looked good.
So on that, Rosie is right to go.
Butters is
I'm
not
worried
coming.
about that.
Rosie is playing.
Allegedly.
So you want
No.
Butters on your end of year trip? No.
No.
Don't bring him in.
No, come on. Answer this sensibly. He looked good, Butters, and he scraped to triple figures.
What's he worth?
It'd be cheap.
It'd be
Under
very
7.
cheap.
He is, isn't he?
God, I've had some players.
Yeah,
who've been disappointing.
6'7".
You'd pay that little bit more for Butters than Stevenson, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Stevenson has access to way easier points. I'll give him that.
Yep.
And he can get
Like
some...
Butters has to work his little backside off to get to 30 touches. Stevenson just floats around.
Stevenson's been named up forward.
Right,
Is that a concern?
maybe.
Okay.
And his name.
I'm
as
now
well as a
actually
concern.
concerned about Himmelberg being named on the forward flank. That
For
is
the first
probably
time.
legit, yes.
All right, Carl wants to know here, Duncan to DeGoey
The GOAT.
and Dangerfield to Oliver. That flip side's nice to be
The
able
flip
to do.
side is delicious.
How much is DeGoey?
He's 605.
Yeah, so he's down in that range.
What did he have? A 90 last week? didn't he?
95.
And he looked good.
He looked great.
He did.
It's a no.
I think there's other options in the GOAT's price range, isn't there? Like, who would you prefer out of Zorko and DeGoey, for example?
the GOAT.
Because with DPP,
No,
you can get
you
that
go
game.
Zorko. You go Zorko over the GOAT.
I think so.
Zorko's coming off back-to-back 90, good 90s too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the GOAT's fine, but look, Melbourne last week, they do give up some points. He's 95.
Who have they got this week?
The GOAT has Sydney in Sydney.
No, we're not goating.
We're not goating that.
No.
Tom, the McDonald and Cripps to Sarong and Laird to enjoy my weekends again.
Yep, do it. Enjoy it.
Tick.
Sit back, relax.
You know my thoughts.
Who do you trade out first here? Is it Dale or Titch? Tommy Mitchell.
Well, it's a very good question because as much as I had to say it, Titch is clogging up a midfield spot at the moment, thanks to Sam Mitchell. So that probably, if you can get him up to one of the Uber VCC type guys, the top liners, that would be your move.
Agree. He's still Titch is 790, but 83 last week.
Yeah.
Limited time in the guts.
35 points in the first quarter.
Too many, mate.
End of the third bench. Start of the fourth bench. End of the fourth bench. There's your answer.
Yep.
That's disgusting.
Yep.
Luke's got the Duncan problem and the Patrick Cripps problem here.
No problem.
Oliver and Baslenka as a combo.
Love it.
Chick.
Brilliant.
Or Steele and Treloar.
No, it's the first one.
Oliver Baslenka.
Two righties.
Because it's just Treloar.
You can't do it.
No.
Aaron is asking, hey, Cal, going by the scale,
Ooh.
is it worth holding on to Tom Stewart? I think it is.
Hell yeah.
You parked that score from last week.
Yeah, forget that.
It's not about playing break-even games anymore. He's got a great matchup this week, and he finishes the year at home against West Coast.
Yeah. No, he'll have a field day that day. I've ticked it off to a couple of people looking to bring him in.
Yes.
So that's where I stand on Tom Stewart. I'm not, I would be disappointed in him last week as an owner. However, moving forward, he's fine.
There's been a few questions about if you've got Juicy Prusy, who comes in, and it has to be a ruck.
Right.
Who is the ruck that you're bringing in?
Tell him,
Gone
Ryan.
first? Is Gone first over Marshall?
No.
Marshall first over Gone?
Yes.
Right.
I'm still comfortable with that.
Yeah, so am I.
Who's next?
Out of those big
English.
two. You can't do English. That's it.
Wits.
It's only those two.
If you need to.
Wits is an
solid.
option. He's very solid. And he's got a nice matchup this week. I think, who's he come up against?
So he's...
the Cats, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's not
But it's at home.
the easiest, but
He had 108 last week, 102 in his last three. He's been a good pick this year.
He's been probably the pick of the rucks
Yeah.
season long.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well done to him.
All right. Lincoln wants to know here. He's basically looking at Hall and Gone.
Yeah, both good. Yep.
Stevenson and Oliver.
Oh,
It's Hall and Gone. They could both be 120s.
yeah.
Stevenson, that's the problem. Stevenson could be a
Stevenson could be
40.
a 60. Yep. You go with the first one. Mm-hmm. It's a much safer and I don't want to...
ceiling's higher anyway.
Yes, agree.
It's a higher floor and a higher ceiling.
Yep.
Can't go wrong, Calvinator.
No, perfect.
Can you?
No. Oh, of course you can.
Well, you've proven that a fair bit lately. All right. John wants to know, with Bruce managed, will Speakano sit more forward and Steph play more ruck?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's the concern.
Hell yeah. It's
I
a
can't
concern.
see Steph spending much time sitting forward.
Now, if Steph stays in the team, that is bad news for English owners.
And even next week, that could be something you look to trade if Steph is named again.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Definitely. Good call, Cal.
Baslenka or Parker for Denham?
God, Parker in this matchup
Parker
can't
is-
be overlooked, I don't think.
They
Parker's
have lots
in
of
the
green on the scale.
Parker's in the list for Calvin's captains this week.
I reckon.
Yeah.
See, the thing with Parker, like I was there looking at Mills, looking for Mills on the ball last week. Mills sitting out on a wing, holding his space over on the wing. Meanwhile, where was Parks the whole time?
Oh, he's guts.
Guts. Every contest. Getting it out. Tackling. Yes, it's got to be Parker.
So Parker,
I'm a big
looking
fan
here,
of
66%
Smith as well.
CBAs, Mills last week are 49%. However, that's a sort of a similar trend since the bye rounds.
Yeah.
And he's been scoring those 130s and the 140s in that role
Yeah.
if it comes his way. And I think it comes his way this week against Collingwood.
I still think Parker out of
I'm with
those
Parker
two.
too. Parker's
Based on
been-
that matchup.
Parker's gone 115, 118, 114. They're great. And he gets a 10-point boost because he plays Collingwood.
It's nasty.
Now, living the Fife life here. We play in a dirty 2-ruck league in draft. Oh, geez, you've had a hard year with that.
You had
one,
a
I
long
reckon.
year, fellas.
Pick the starting rucks for the prelim. Nank, apparently an injury concern.
I've heard that.
Briggs, Chol, apparently an injury concern as well, and Mac Andrew.
Oh, geez.
Briggs has to be there, I think.
100%
I think
he
he'll
does.
just be there enough, yeah.
I think you go with Nank.
You cross your fingers with Nank.
Nank's coming off 130. You just have to do that.
Can you loop anything? Don't know.
Nank plays first up on Sunday. So that's a little bit of a wait.
Yeah.
You got to back the guy that hit a 130 last week, albeit against Tickle.
And he's only up against Hawthorn this week.
Tickle. Yeah.
David wants to know here, is it Gus Brayshaw, the helmeted one, or Jack Sinclair? Geez, Gus Brayshaw, that role in the midfield is so good.
Okay,
I don't
Sinclair.
think he's going to hold defender status for next year. He might.
Sinclair
He
hasn't
spent
hit
the
a
whole
ton.
year there, though, didn't he?
Sinclair, 0 tons in his last 3. That's your answer. So
So it's Gus.
you go with Gus.
And who's he got?
Gus has Carlton.
Carlton.
Yep. That's fine. It doesn't matter. But Gus is a better pick than Sinclair based on
Carlton
form.
don't have a midfield. They
That's
might
true.
actually not line up with anyone in the guts.
Yes, correct.
Paddy Dow will be there, but
They'll bring Setterfield back in before Paddy, so stop picking on him.
will they?
I would think so.
Maybe.
Still no news yet, Roy?
No, I think it's going to be a long night with the tribunal. So you can catch all of that on afl.com.au or the AFL Live app. Fish, he'll be working hard. I
Too
reckon,
right he will
on
be.
that and
hard
bring
as
us
Roy.
the news.
I'm not stressed about it
You
at all.
are stressed about it.
You know,
I'm not. I'm very
all.
confident. Common sense will prevail.
You find some.
I don't know what you are on at the moment.
make sure you're hitting up afl.com.au and the
Sudafed.
AFL Live. Yeah, that is true.
That's what it is.
AFL.com.au and the AFL Live app for everything you need for fantasy and just all your real footy stuff.
Too right.
Including Fantasy Ready on Friday.
Oh,
Calvin.
yeah.
I
Good
think it's
article.
going to be a blockbuster edition this
It
week.
is.
And our weekly preview video that we do need to film, but we probably want to need to know the Crips news.
Hey, I'm confident we just roll with it.
And
And he's right.
You can come
You'll be
back
right.
and reshoot it then.
7:50 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time is the first lockout. And don't forget, clear those calendars for Saturday, August 20th.
Oh, yeah.
The London Tavern Hotel will be there from midday, getting ready for a fantasy grand final party.
I'd be disappointed if people haven't got that date and the event in their group chats
Yeah,
already.
so
You've
would
got
I.
to make that happen.
You got to make it
Get
happen.
your league there, and we could make this a tradition, I
Oh,
reckon.
I like it.
Could be
I like the
a
idea.
great thing to do. Hopefully have some mates come along and have a chat to them, and it should be good before that
Yep.
first game starts on the Saturday afternoon.
Be awesome.
We'll give some last-minute advice,
No, we won't.
or we might stuff up your team with what we say. Anyway, thanks for tuning in tonight. We will see you Monday again. Hopefully you have got yourself into the grand final after a big preliminary final win. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks, Roy. See you, legends.